series of mobile computing and wireless communication. I am your instructor, Ms. Alba Rupal. So today we are going to learn switching techniques. Topics. Firstly, we will learn about what is switching technique. Then after, circuit switching, message switching, packet switching, cell switching. And in last, difference of circuit, message and packet switching. So first of all, what is switching technique? Ultimately, switching means we are directing our data from one point to another point while the data is being transmitted from sender to receiver. So there can be multiple routes by which your data is transmitted. Like suppose there is route 1, route 2, route 3, route 4 from the sender A to sender B. So from this 4 route, which one is the best or efficient, we need to check or we need to find out that particular route. So the technique is called as the switching technique. Okay, so this type of technique to find out the best route from the sender to receiver is known as the switching technique. So here are some different type of switching techniques. First, circuit switching, then message switching or telegraph switching, then after packet switching and cell switching. The packet switching is further divided into two types, that is datagram packet switching and virtual circuit packet switching. So if we talk about switching techniques, first switching technique, that is circuit switching. So you can see the diagram. In circuit switching, we are having two telephones. The telephone line is connected by different switch offices. So ultimately these all switch offices are connected with each other. So whenever one caller is calling someone, someone, at that time, first of all, route will be finding out. Then after, on that particular route, the data will be transmitted, and then after the circuit will be disconnected. So ultimately, this circuit switching is used for real-time voice data transfer, like a example telephone line connection. So real-time voice data transfer is connected to the telephone line. Different switches are used to connect the telephones, right? So ultimately this circuit switching is having three phases or three steps. The first phase is circuit establishment, in which the caller and callee are connected via some circuit. So this kind of connection is very much of dedicated connection. That means if one user is using that particular route, no other user can use that route to transfer the data. So ultimately this caller A and callee B both are connected by a single line, that is establishment. Okay, circuit establishment. As soon as the circuit is established, then after your data will be transmitted by that particular route. Okay, so data is transmitted. That means the caller and callee are talking with each other. Normal real life voice call. Okay, the voice call data is being transmitted from the caller to callee by the path selected by the switching offices. Okay, then after, as soon as the talk is finished, the circuit must be disconnected. Otherwise, the circuit that particular path will not be able to used by another people. Okay, so this is the fundamental of circuit switching. So basic fundamental is what in circuit switching, that it is having the dedicated connection. So application where we can use develop for basically voice tariff. Okay, private branch exchange, that is PBX. You can call it another interconnection. Okay, intercom. Advantages of having circuit switching is what? First of all, you are having guaranteed data rate. The voice quality of data transfer is very much higher. There is no delay in your data flow because the caller and callee is connected by a single path, and which is connected and dedicated to that two parties only. And then after, the real-time data transfer can be done very efficiently. These all are the advantages. But what will be the disadvantage of circuit switching? The disadvantages is we cannot use that channel until and unless it is being broken up by the two parties. Okay, if the third phase is completed, only then another person can use that particular route. And while the route is being used, no other party can use that route. So that means we cannot use the channel even if the channel is free, even if no one is talking on the phone, but the circuit connection is not disconnected. At that time, no one can use it. Next, we require more bandwidth because of the real data transfer and voice signal, that is of analog signal. Analog signal transmission is having very higher bandwidth requirement. And then after, it takes very long time for establishing connection. As we all know that before caller ring, we are having some beats which is for the connection. Okay. So the time taken for establishment is very much, and it is having very higher cost. Okay, the cost of communication is very high. So, and that is not that much of reliable that frequent call drop can be there. So this all are the disadvantage of circuit switching. And obvious disadvantages, we cannot use this for digital data transmission. So to reduce this whole fundamental, that dedicated connection and digital data transmission, the next switching technique came up with that particular solution is message switching. So in message switching, we are not having dedicated connection. Okay, in message switching, we are not having dedicated connection. We are having one fundamental mechanism known as store and forward network. Store and forward network, in which whenever the circuit is busy, the data will be stored. Whenever the circuit will be free, the data will be transmitted for sending. So this is what fundamental in message switching, store and forward network, first fundamental. So that second, if someone is using that route, then another party can use, but not at the same time. Okay, but sub part only, we are talking only about sub part. The whole relevant part can be used. But if that circuit is busy for the sub part, then no other user can use it. But remaining part, other user can use it. So the dedicated connection issue is solved, right? Second, store and forward network is there. Your data is transmitted from the sender to receiver with some special encoded form which is known as the Morse code. So your data is firstly converted into the Morse code. Morse code is a sequence of dot and dashes. Okay, it is a sequence of dot and dashes. Your whole data will be converted into the Morse code, and then after it will be combined into a large packet known as messages. So your data will be sent according to the message format. So your data is very heavy or bulky. So your storing mechanism must be heavy. So ultimately, the store and forward network in message switching is very high. Okay, that means we are not storing our data into our RAM. We personally require ROM for the storage of data because our data is of very large amount in size. So here you can see in example, we are having A and E. Device A is sender, device E is receiver. Our data from A to E is transmitted according to the store and forward network. Okay, and the device D is sending data to device B. Message M2. M2 is transmitted from D to B. So this is the whole fundamental of message switching. So we are overcoming the disadvantage of circuit switching, but message switching is also having one disadvantage. Okay, so first of all, we are looking for the advantages. The advantage is efficient traffic management. Traffic congestion can be reduced because we are having store and forward network. The network shares the network channel. Subpart is not shareable if it is busy, but remaining part is shareable. Okay, asynchronous communication can be possible. Then after, the message can be prioritized. That means suppose A to E transfer is very much of urgent, then all the network will be dedicated to that A to E transfer. Okay, so message priority can be defined and message broadcasting can be possible. So this all are the advantages of it. Next is disadvantage. Disadvantage is, obviously we know that store and forward network, due to the large packet size of your data, the storage space is required is what? ROM. So ultimately ROM is having higher cost. So it is very expensive, and there will be network delay because we are having the store and forward network. So your data is stored someplace and then after it is forwarding. So for the real life or real voice data transfer, we cannot use the message switching. Now next is packet switching. Packet switching is further divided into two types, that is datagram packet switching and virtual circuit packet switching. So what is the advantage of having packet switching? So whatever disadvantage we have covered of circuit switching into the message switching is a further having disadvantage of network delay, and store and forward network is having very large amount of data. So this both can be reduced into the packet switching. Likewise, we are having store and forward network in packet switching, but our data is firstly divided into smaller chunks, and that chunks are known as packet, and all the packets will be transmitted on all the links independently. Okay, so likewise there is store and forward network, but it will be in use only and only if the data which is transmitted on a single subpart is very high. Okay, if there is a traffic, and then only the data will be stored. Otherwise, the data will be directly transmitted. On a subpart also, multiple parties can transmit their packets. So we can see in example the data from A to B. Okay, A whole data is divided into subparts or packets, packet 1, 2, 3 and 4. All the packets will have the sender and destination address. The sender address and destination address will be stored in each and every packet as a packet header. So whole data will be transmitted to the network, and individual packet will find out the individual route to be received at the receiver side. Okay, so we can see that if some other party, that here we are transferring from A to B, suppose C to D is also want to transmit on the same network. So at that time, C will be transmit that data directly on the network. The data will be transmitted to the D independently, even if the data from A to B is being carried about that particular line. Okay, so there is fully no dedicated connection. Store and forward network is there, but it is being used only and only when there is very higher traffic. Okay, or traffic congestion is very high. So this particular fundamental is known as the datagram packet switching. But what is the disadvantage of having datagram packet switching? You can see over here that at the receiver side, at the B, at receiver side, the data which is being received is in not a proper order. Okay, it is unordered. So we need to reorder or make it into a perfect order at the receiver side. Okay, so there will be a small amount of delay, or the processing time will be increased of rearranging of packets. So this is what disadvantage of datagram packet switching, which can be overcome in virtual circuit packet switching. In virtual circuit packet switching, we are not deciding that this will be the dedicated path for us from the sender to receiver, but we will fix one path by one advertisement packet or identification packet from the sender to receiver. The first packet will be identification packet, which will find out the route between sender to receiver. And now remaining all the packets will be transmitted from the sender to receiver by that route only. So ultimately, the disadvantage of datagram packet switching will be overcome of reordering. Okay, we don't require reordering because our data is transmitted by the same route and all the data will be received at the same sequence. So reordering will not be required, and it is not dedicated connection. That means that particular route, other parties can also use that route. So all the data, that means the route which is being finded out, the virtual circuit identification path will be priority given to each and every packet. Okay, so this is the virtual circuit packet switching, and obviously we can find out that this is the best one. Now next one is cell switching. Cell switching and packet switching is very much of similar. It is being used in an ATM network. Likewise, we are dividing our data and making it into a packets. In ATM network, we are dividing our data and we are creating cells, and that cells will be given to the network, and that cell will find out their own route and be reached at the destination. Okay, so this is what cell switching. Now next one is difference between switching techniques. First of all, application. Message switching is being used in a telegraph network. Circuit switching is used in a bidirectional real-time transfer network, and packet switching in a real-time streaming service. N terminals in message switching, telegraph and teletype. In circuit switching, telephone and modem, and in packet switching, computers. Now the information type is Morse code, ASCII code in message switching, analog voice in circuit switching or PCM digital voice, and in packet switching digital data. Transmission system in message switching, digital data over different transmission media. In circuit switching, analog and digital data over transmission media, and in packet switching, analog and digital data over transmitted media. Next is addressing scheme. In message switching, geographical addressing. In circuit switching, hierarchical numbering addressing. In packet switching, hierarchical geographical plan. Okay, so ultimately in geographical addressing, we will identify our same like an example pin code. Okay, in hierarchical numbering plan in circuit switching, we are identifying our whole network by a geographical area. That means country code, then after state code, then city code, then area code, and then after the user code. Ultimately, from this hierarchy, like your telephone number will be the example of circuit switching, and IPv4 or IPv6 addressing will be the example of packet switching. Routing scheme in message switching, it is very manual. In circuit switching, route selected during the transmission type, and the packet switching, individual packet will find out the individual route for themselves. Now multiplexing technique in message switching, message multiplexing, circuit switching, circuit multiplexing, and packet switching, packet multiplexing. Delay in data transfer in message switching, very much higher delay. Circuit switching, lower, and in packet switching, moderate. Data rate in message switching, low data rate. In circuit switching, high data rate. In packet switching, moderate data rate, or it can be high also. So these all are the difference between switching techniques. So thank you. We will meet in our next lecture.